Hey everybody, back at the cabin with Matt. I am taking advantage of the day and I'm in the woods doing a cold, snowy hike. But as I was doing this hike, well, actually not as I was doing this hike a bit ago, I started to think about two truths in life that all relate to time. And, you know, you think about time as a concept and it just keeps ticking away. It's never ending, right? And it doesn't discriminate. Time is the same for everybody. It doesn't matter what you look like, where you live, your age, how much money you have, what health you have. None of that really matters when it comes to time as a concept. And the one thing that I was kind of thinking about a little bit was, as we get older, time seems to speed up too, over and over. Remember as a kid, like, the summers used to last forever and they were just filled with, you know, for me at least, riding bikes and swimming and doing stuff with friends and whatever the case is. And as you get older, those summers seem to go a little bit quicker, and in the workplace, each year seems to go a little bit faster. And so time is something that I wanted to just talk about in terms of two absolute truths. So the first absolute truth with time is what I just kind of mentioned. It continues to go. It ticks on. It's minute to minute, day to day, week to week, and ultimately year to year, you know. And it seems like, at least in some situations, that those things seem to tick on quicker than they had before. So that's the first big absolute truth with time. I think we all know that. You know, it's interesting because time also kind of can stress us out, right? It pinches us quite a bit. It's handcuffs us, or leads to a lot of stress in terms of, you know, what we're going to be doing and why we're doing it, and how much time do I have to do this or that, and am I going to finish this project for work, or, you know, do I want to take this vacation? And certainly those things come to the forefront, you know, as we get a little older and stuff like that, or as our responsibilities increase at work. Those things, time becomes much more of a stressor. And so that's the first absolute truth, that, yeah, time is something that we really can't control. It's something that, you know, we just have to work through, and we got to make the best of it. But certainly everybody is impacted by it. You know, but I also think, you know, as you get closer to big resets in your life, right, or starting over with things, like this channel's about sobriety, and that was a huge reset for me at 42, and it continues to be. You know, like, it starts with sobriety, but it continues into growing healthy relationships and getting rid of bad relationships, and eating better and sleeping better and taking care of myself and being physically active, and, you know, being mentally clear and healthy and all those things. You just level up those successes. It's just phenomenal. And when that happens, time doesn't seem to be as much of a crunch, as much of a pinch for us. But the flip side is also true, that if you don't act and you don't take advantage to reset, then time can seem to zip by really quickly, and all those stressors just are exacerbated or made worse. So that's the first one. Time impacts everybody, albeit in different ways maybe, but it does impact everybody, and nobody is ageless and things like that. So number two, even though time is, you know, one of those fickle things that we can't control, we do have the ability every single day to wake up and determine how we are going to take advantage of those 24 hours that we have. Every single person has the same 24 hours every single day. And we have to make some decisions on how are we going to take advantage of those. How are we going to spend those 24 hours? Are we going to do it in healthy ways or unhealthy ways? Are we going to get up and get at the day and try to be as positive as possible and problem solve and, you know, get things done and make sure we're mentally in a great place, and there's strategies for all of this stuff? Or are we going to wake up and be lazy and lay in bed and sit in front of a screen all day, whether it's a phone, a computer, a TV, whatever, and not really experience the world around us. That's a fear I have for anybody, I guess, of any age. But do they start to miss out on the world around them? Things like this, right? Like the beauty of getting outside and or connecting with people in different ways, and sharing a cup of coffee with somebody. Do people miss out on that because they connect through the screen? They think that fake made up world is something that's real. Yeah, I think that makes me a little nervous for people when they slip into that, and you before you know it, you're there. But we all have the same 24 hours. We get to determine how we spend those 24 hours. We get to attack the day, and we get to, as the old saying goes, carpe diem, seize the day. How are you going to seize the day? What are you going to do? What's your outlook going to be? Are you going to take advantage of the day to become healthy? Or are you going to make choices that lead to an unhealthy lifestyle? Are you going to make choices that lead to positive mental health or negative mental health? Are you going to make choices that lead to getting physical activity or not, and just laying around and not taking advantage of the day? So, it's not a long video, but I at least wanted to get into a little bit about time and what I was thinking of time, and just the idea that, time is pretty fickle. And if we don't take advantage of it, before we know it, we're going to wake up and be 55 or 65 or 80 and be like, holy shit, where did that go? Where did all those days go? Did I use the time as best as I could? We all have a limited amount of time on this earth, and that's a different topic. And, we can retire in different ages and stuff. And I think, I've been watching some different stuff, and man, I hope everybody takes advantage of different things to retire as soon as they can, or if not, to be in a job that you absolutely love and that you don't really have to call work, because that's where it is. That's what matters. So certainly time is one of those things that we can't control, but we can control how we fill that time. How do we take advantage of those 24 hours? So challenge yourself. Do you want to do a steps challenge? 6,000 steps a day, 10,000 steps a day, whatever it is for you. Do you want to do a healthy eating challenge? Do you want to do a journaling challenge? Do you want to do a challenge where you force yourself to wake up early every morning? Whatever the heck you want to do to take advantage of that time, those 24 hours, do it. Because in the long run and the short run, you're going to feel better about yourself. You're physically going to be more fit. And, especially this time of the year where it's tough to get outside and get fresh air and sun on your face, at least where I live, you can really take advantage of the time to do that. So whatever it is for you, make sure you can do it and get after it. And like I always do, this time of the year can be tough for people coming off the holidays, can lead to some certain levels of depression and anxiety and loneliness. And if you are doing that and you're filling those emotions and stuff with alcohol, check out AA, smartrecovery.com. There's a lot of different things out there that we talk about and that I've talked about on different things. So, if you believe in yourself, you get support from those around you that love you, you're going to be all right. So get after it. Make it a great day. Seize those 24 hours. Goodbye for now.